So don't tell the people that subbed for the manga reviews, but I actually saw a live action movie a few weeks ago.
Hey, Sully. How's it feel to betray your own race?
The Batman, starring Roberto Pattinson, was a cool movie. The production was a bit underwhelming for what Warner Brothers is capable of, but the acting, the acting and the story, and Zoë Kravitz. Batman is an interesting hero because unlike other superheroes, he is involved in numerous critically acclaimed pieces of visual media. Batman is almost synonymous with, oh, this is gonna be good. Hey, sorry, interrupting the video here. Just wanted to show you guys that while I was doing research and finding out different critically acclaimed pieces of Batman media, visual media, movies, comics, I found probably what is the absolute worst list of Batman visual media ever on IMDb. This is not including comics, but it's including all movies, television series, everything. Batman Begins over The Dark Knight, not the biggest thing right there. Dark Knight Rises in number 3, The Lego Batman movie in number 4, okay. Michael Keaton's Batman movie in number 5. Keep in mind, this is all Batman visual media, not just the movies, but they felt the need to put every movie ranked first, and that includes putting Dawn of Justice over The Dark Knight Returns. Sub-Zero is in 15th place. The Batman animated series itself is in 26th. Batman Beyond is in 25th, well below Batman Forever. Really? You put Beyond in 25th? Bro, you need help. You need help, man. So I think this person just hates animation. Stepping up to direct Batman movies is basically like saying, yeah, I can compete with 2 of them. Jackie, shut the fuck up. Stepping up to direct a Batman movie is kind of like saying, yeah, I'll compete with 2 of the most iconic directors in Hollywood. But despite this uphill battle, I think Matt Reeves managed to deliver a solid project. To keep this review simple, I'm just going to say one thing I liked and then one thing I didn't like. And I'm sure that won't get complicated at all. And to avoid copyright, I'm not going to be showing clips from the movie. Instead, I'll kind of show pictures while I play some Batman games. When directors want something to be grounded, they usually make it gritty, but too much grit makes your movie turn into just a gray, overdramatic mess. The lighting, set pieces, and wardrobe make you feel like you were in this grimy, gothic city in the 90s, which brings me to something I didn't like, the setting. Plot twist, this movie is taking place now, which is not what I thought for half the movie. Just an hour in or something, someone whips out a thumb drive and I was like, what the fuck? Not that I have a problem with it. It was just a little confusing with the mess that is the DCEU, and I was expecting it to be this gothic 90s piece. Ronathan, they didn't have lightweight bulletproof armor or contact lens cameras in the 90s. Well, they also don't have them now, so I don't know. I thought a comic book movie was just being a comic book movie or something. People were worried about Robert Pattinson playing Batman, and I don't know why. Bruce Wayne is a brooding millionaire. That is at least 50% of the actors in Hollywood. By the way, I was looking at critic reception for the other Batman movies, and the original Tim Burton Batman was criticized for the Joker stealing the show. One of the main reasons why The Dark Knight is revered so much. Grouping these 2 together because I'm grouping the next 2 together. The last WB movie I saw was The Matrix Resurrections, which had very lackluster action, the sequel to the Matrix trilogy, the series which defined action and sci-fi for an entire decade. So it wasn't the biggest shock when the fight choreography in this movie that's trying to be kind of like a more grounded, story-based take of Batman was a little mid, and that did contribute to the atmosphere. But do you remember when people defended Dawn of Justice solely because Ben Affleck grapple hooked a guy towards him and punched him into the ground? Also when he just started knife fighting 2 dudes at once? I'm just saying, you get a good story, you get some good action, you mix them together, you got a good movie. That's all I'm saying. What? Do I gotta explain the birds and the bees to these guys? Forget about it. And now on to the soundtrack. The soundtrack was 2 songs, which was disappointing because when I heard people were hyping up Nirvana being in the movie, I was expecting Nirvana to play more than twice, because other than those 2 times that Nirvana plays, they just play Batman's theme. Which, don't get me wrong, is badass, but it gets watered down by how often it's used. And not only that, but I know WB can make good soundtracks. Even their bad movies have good soundtracks. Also, Nirvana was another reason why I thought the movie was going to take place in the 90s. While the movie had a great story to tell, I was getting a little scared that I was just going to do what The Matrix Resurrections did and just kind of keep going and going until it ran out of story, and finish on a very lackluster climax. But before we kind of get into that, I have to ask you guys a question. Have you seen A Clockwork Orange? I haven't, but I know that the author was once quoted as saying genuine fiction is an art founded on the principle that humans can change. I am linking this to Batman because I feel like Batman doesn't change. He's like the negative version of a Mary Sue. He's a very flawed character but is viewed as perfect and almost never changes. He's a canvas for shallow philosophy and dinky little video essays. I feel like a bad guy will say, "Hey Batman, we're the same." And Batman is like, "I don't kill," which is annoying, except for the time he was fighting Owlman. Okay, that shit was sick.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
So there I am, an hour left, 30 minutes left, 20 minutes left. You know, what are they going to do? What's the next big, grand, knock you out of your seat thing they're going to do? And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, you might want to click off right now. They don't do anything big or grand or well, there are explosions, but they don't do anything that tries to, like, you know, top everything else that had happened in the movie. Instead, Batman's nose is shoved into the shit. A villain stares him down and says, "I am the Batman," trademark. No. A villain stares him down and says, "I am vengeance." Batman's tagline through the whole movie, how everyone in the movie knows him by. That is what one of the villains who was about to kill a person trying to help Gotham, a politician that actually cared. That is what one of the villains said. You see, this whole movie, Batman had been a symbol of fear and power. He had little disregard for the lives around him in his quest for vengeance. The only other character he felt sympathy towards was the other rich orphan in the film. So it's then, in this moment, that he realizes what little separates him from his enemy. That he is just dispensing violence on whoever he feels like, just like the Riddler. And it's here we see Batman change. He immediately risks his life to save the drowning people below him, showing compassion for the people he's trying to save, evolving from a symbol of strength to the protector of the weak. And it was on that day that Batman's heart grew 2 sizes. Overall, yeah, cool movie, a bit lackluster in some of the production. Oh, closing notes, something I forgot to mention in atmosphere was I really liked those shots where they established Batman from the perspective of the criminals as just this monstrous enigma. And I am so excited for a sequel because I want a Batman movie where half of Gotham is covered in water. 8.4 out of 10.
Hell yeah, Batman. Hell yeah. Whoa, Batman.
For breaking the law, breaking the world, killing tenderness for breaking the law. 俺ら遺産や懐かない波乱分子さ振り上げろ握り拳を俺たちはそうさ俺たちがジャッジメントジャッジメント
Your DNA
Jimmy,
shows Matt what?
ranked.
Oh, right.
You gotta swap it to ranked.
Oh. Why am I fucking...
Oh my god.
How the fuck do I do this?
Click on the bottom left where it says trio storm point 2 days, 14 hours crossplay.
Yeah. Oh.
And then go to rank. Yeah.
I'm so
Wow.
glad that I'm recording
Let's
when this is
go.
happening. This is beautiful.